Well, boys, today is tomorrow, and a brand new box of lead paint chips with a ball of battery acid just dropped. Because the three worst people you know finally teamed up together to make a Lunchables competitor, which
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up, let him get up. This is what?
I think we all know now that Lunchables are not good for you in the slightest. If anything, they actually actively harm you, alright? Those little radioactive pepperonis you put on your little pizzas, alright? Those, I don't even know if that's real meat, alright? The little bit of lead that's in your food will only slightly kill you faster. But for some reason, KSI, Mrbeast, and Logan Paul, they said, hey boys, we have influence over a bunch of children and we already sell them a bunch of products. How about we all combine together to sell a even worse product for them? And so that's what they're doing, competing in the Lunchables market, really a race to the bottom, because you can only cut the price of actual food before it becomes literal rat poison. Because I feel like these are three Trojan horsemen of making sure that your kid grows up to be diabetic in the future, because one guy owns a chocolate company, the other two own a sugary drink company. All right, it's just juice. All right, unless you're getting the energy drink, then it's juice with caffeine in it. And then they all combine to make a Lunchable company. They want you to eat this. They want your child to eat this instead of anything you could pack for them. Any amount of healthy food you could pack for your kid: an apple, all right, an actual sandwich, you know, some real crackers, some real meat, some real cheese. They say, no, screw that. Mama, go ahead and pack them one of our Lunchleys. This is straight up highway to diabetic city, all right? He's gonna need at least 2 insulin shots a day. So Logan Paul, KSI, and Mrbeast have Lunchleys, and they come in 3 flavors of death, all right? To start off, they have the turkey stack'ems. Essentially, it's like, I hope, turkey meat with a literal radiated cheese on a Ritz cracker. All right, comes with a chocolate bar and there's some prime juice. All right, you gotta make sure you gotta get them sugar levels up. All right, I'm pretty sure those kids don't get enough sugar throughout their day. All right, then next up you have the Fiesta Nachos. All right, a classic Lunchable. All right, it's basically some tortilla chips, hopefully some cheese, and I don't know what the red sauce is supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be salsa, but I'm pretty sure no tomatoes actually went into that. Obviously with the Feastable and a Prime. For some reason, they can't just sell you the Lunchly itself. No Prime, no Feastable. Gotta get your sugar levels up, all right? And then last but not least, the last war crime is, it don't even have a funny name. It's just the pizza. This right here is what's really gonna get you. This is what's really gonna kill you. They got red sauce, all right? Let's not even act like this is tomatoes. They got red sauce. That's red 40 sauce at that. The Prime Killer with some, hopefully real cheese, and I think those are supposed to be pepperonis, but it could be anything. All you gotta do is color a piece of meat red. It doesn't matter what the meat is. It come off some human flesh. Just as long as it's red and circular, people be like, oh, that's pepperoni. But the thing that really took me out is literally it being called the pizza. These people have over $1 billion combined. You're telling me they could only come up with the most generic name as close to Lunchables as possible. They couldn't come up with anything better. They couldn't come up with anything memorable at all. Because if this company falls off, no one's going to be like, oh man, you remember those Lunchleys? No one's going to be like that. If Lunchables fell off today, people were like, damn, not Lunchables. Even though they were battery, still not Lunchables. But as you guys can see from my last video, Prime Hydration wasn't really selling that well. And so, you know, KSI and Logan Paul had to go over to big money man Mrbeast and said, please, Mrbeast, I'll do anything. I'll give you that. 3,000. Please help us sell these primes because we can't afford our lawyers anymore to help us fight off these lawsuits. So Mrbeast said, you know what? Give me your firstborn child and I will give you infinite wealth. And so they came up with the Lunchly, and Mrbeast was like, I might as well sell some chocolate bars as well. Put a Feastable in there. They're like, Mrbeast, we can't. It's too much. Put a Feastable in there. And now Mrbeast has even more access to your child, and Logan Paul and KSI can start selling more Prime to your children in a different way. Because, you know, if they were selling Primes hand over fist, you know this Lunchly thing was not coming out. You know they would never do no Mrbeast collab, alright? They would be like, Mrbeast, we'll give you a Mrbeast Prime bottle, but no, we're not going to do a new product with you. We're focused on our Prime right now. But, you know, they are desperate. You have to be desperate for money to be like, fine. We will also put your competitors' snack food into our lunchly box. All right, fine, Mr. Beast. Now, obviously, trying to compete with the worst brand for children when it comes down to a meal, obviously, is going to come with some backlash. So, Mr. Beast and KSI and Logan Paul all were getting backlash whenever they came out saying, "Yo, we're basically setting you guys a quote unquote healthier version of the Lunchables." Oh no, a healthier version of the Lunchables. I don't know what that's supposed to be. What, did you take out a gram of sugar? Like, you can only make something that is already garbage, but so much better. Like, if I sell you guys irradiated uranium, all right, I can just be like, hey, yo, this irradiated uranium actually has a lower half-life than a real irradiated uranium. All right, boys, we had to process the shit out of this damn uranium to make sure it had a lower half-life. It's like, it's still uranium. You're still gonna die from it, but it's slightly better for you, I guess. So Mr. Beast had to put out a tweet clarifying to everyone that his uranium is better than his competitor's uranium. Mr. Beast tweeted out saying, Lunchables sells hundreds of millions of units, which that's where his whole thought process stopped. He was like, hundreds of millions? How much you sell it for? $5 a pop? We need to get that Lunchables game. And then this is where the lawyer came in. And countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative to it. Our turkey meal, for example, is 80% less calories, 60% less sugars, more electrolytes. We use real cheese. They use cheese product. They can't call it cheese. Higher quality meat, etc. Obviously, eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier, but if someone is going to eat a pre-made meal like this, which millions of people do through Lunchables, then I think giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price is a net good in my opinion, and why we launched Lunchlies. Also, as we get economies of scale and can get things cheaper, we will be only improving the product more and more. So as you boys can see, they don't care about the health actually, alright? The health part is an aesthetic, because if they really wanted to, they could probably price it maybe reasonably higher, but also give them higher quality food at the end of the day. Or they could just, I don't know, start a YouTube series like, hey kids, ask your mom to actually make you a sandwich. Boil some broccoli. Get some real chicken. They could do that for free. Also, it shouldn't take them that much money, especially relative to how much they make and production costs, for them to actually start influencing their child audience to eat better. But they rather be like, well, we rather be the better evil. You guys, if there's gonna be evil out there, we might as well be the better version of evil. Instead of us just being the good guys, we could just be the better evil guy. I'm like, this is essentially like PlayStation trying to resell Concord, except for as a different game, which is essentially what their new game Marathon is going to be. Boys, click this video right here to see why is Sony making the same mistake that they did with Concord with another game that's supposed to be coming out next year. But other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.